Good evening, my name is Jarnisa Wade, and I'll be giving you guys an evaluation on the Musa et al. Article. Alright, so the title and the purpose of the article is the project-based learning inculcating soft skills in the 21st century workplace. The main variable of the article was the project-based learning, in which they used to kind of guide the study. The abstract included 158 words total, and it touched on the elements research hypothesis, purpose, method, conclusion, but it did not touch on any research questions. The introduction and literature review. The research problem. While evaluating the article, I found that the research problem was identified as that graduates did not have the required skills to work in the 21st century, and they didn't have the generic skills that they need to know, such as problem solving and how to effectively use computers, communication skills, or computer literacy skills. Statistically, a survey was done by the Central Bank of Malaysia in 2004, and it basically said that 77.6% of graduates showed the lack of skills needed to function in the workplace. In previous relevant research, Alexandra 2006, Hoban et al. 2004, Kimber and Long 2005, etc. And in this research, they proved that employability requires graduate attributes. Another previous relevant research was the Central Bank of Malaysia, which showed a great deal of support to the article, and they basically showed that graduates did lack the skills needed for the 21st century, with 77.6% of them showing lack of skills. The purpose of the introduction or the literature, the purpose of the article was to identify the relevant soft skills acquired when undergoing the workplace, as well as the study did aim to investigate how the project work facilitates the acquisition of the relevant 21st century. I did not find any research questions throughout the article, but as far as the hypothesis go, the project basically allowed the growth of learners in acquiring the information skills such as problem solving, communication skills, and teamwork. And throughout the article, a collection of ideas was formed to basically make a theory, which is called a synthesis. For the methods, evaluation of the Musa et article, they did not have any demographic information on the participants, but they did have during the sampling, they did a random selection of 29 students, and of those 29 students, they had to have been in a second year taking a workplace communication course. As far as the measurements go, it was a quantitative approach, which was a questionnaire, which they used a questionnaire, and the project was a 12 to 14 week program. The survey was given to 29 students, where they had to choose 1 to 5 on a scale, with 1 being that they strongly disagree and 5 being that they strongly agree. And on that scale, it was kind of in response to 5 components, which were teamwork, project management, communication skills, interpersonal skills, and problem solving. For the results, the article identified relevant soft skills needed for workplace, and it showed how the project helped prepare them for the work. It prepared the students to work, and the hypothesis was proven to be factual. The project showed how they helped grow and strengthen the students and pull the skills needed out of those students that were required. Results continued. As far as the results go, I would say that the method that they used was good in order to find the responses of the students. For teamwork, 89.3% of the students admitted that good teamwork contributed to a successful outcome of the project. Project management, which was 79.4%, and those students agreed that they were able to learn how to identify the relevant ideas from the reading materials that they gathered. Communication skills, which was 86.2%, and of that, those students learned to write emails related to workplace settings. 30% said that their interpersonal skills, that they were uncertain about the statements, which proved that they were unsure if they had acquired interpersonal skills. And problem solving, which was 82.7% of students that indicated the highest percentage of the highest problem solving skills acquired. The discussion, Musa et al., it did restate the purpose as well as the hypothesis. In the evaluation, the process was successfully completed, resulting in teamwork effort that helped develop the soft skills and how working together brings out the growth, communication, and other skills needed for the workplace. As far as the limitations go, I did find one limitation, and it was the language skills, which was the students were unable to interrupt appropriately during interactions, which affected their interpersonal skills. And I feel like students may face communication problems in the future when interacting with staff members because of this. Two additional limitations that I feel like were not listed were understanding articulation of job duties and workplace awareness. And for understanding articulation is basically skills needed for the job that may be different for those students, and workplace awareness, basically that the students are not researching a job before they're hired. In the conclusion, the article did conclude with how the skills can be transferable, and they listed the challenges that the students may face, but they did not speak on how the article can be used for future research.